Oh, man. What are we doing here today?
Long week, huh?
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. So, um, back. Welcome back to Out of the Darkness, guys. I am your host, Hugh, and we've got my favorite co-host here, Soter. How you doing there,
Doing,
Soter?
doing okay, buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
Really sore. Been doing more exercises. I'm actually up to 100 push-ups, sit-ups, and squats now. So
100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 squats, or 100 total
no, each,
each
each
a day.
a day. Well, the days
Holy,
that I exercise.
holy
So
smokes, man!
I'm incredibly sore.
That's impressive.
I I hope it isn't, but for me, it's very impressive. I like just even a few weeks ago, 60 was hard.
Yeah,
And then the day after, 20 was super hard. I've been working my way back up,
nice.
and just reminds me why I don't exercise.
Well, you seem like you're getting a lot more buff, so yeah,
Oh, really? Well,
yeah,
thank you, man.
yeah,
That means a
yeah,
lot
yeah,
coming from you.
yeah. There you go. So, well, congratulations
We
on
really
that.
will have to get those lapel mics now to do lunges and squats while we talk.
Yeah,
Uh,
we'll be doing burpees the entire broadcast.
oh, right,
the
burpees.
Whole, yeah,
Oh,
the
I think we're going to need to get
stream.
wireless lapels for that.
You know what? I'd love to get Tim Miller in here doing burpees. That'd be fantastic.
We're going to have to move this table.
Well,
We
you
could do
know
that
what? I'd
Sunday.
be willing to move whatever we have to move. We can go outside and do this.
I wonder if we could jigger the snowball to pick up the room,
You know, I
and
bet
then
you
we
we
wouldn't
could.
need lapels.
I bet you we could. I bet you we could.
Might have to work on that.
Well, I tell you what,
We'll have to come in early on Sunday.
you let me know what needs to be done, and we'll do it.
Well, I don't know what needs to be done. that's the problem.
Well, that's why we pay you the big bucks, buddy.
I haven't been paid anything.
Oh well.
No, I guess that's not true. You have bought me meals. You got wings that one night when your brothers were in.
I will pay you in food. How's that sound? Well, now
It sounds
that won't
unhealthy.
work. Well, cool beans, man. So, have you heard about this? The legal smoking age in Mankato. We live in Minnesota, by the way. But the legal smoking age in Mankato, they're looking to raise it to 21. And it's not the only city that they're looking to do that in. They're looking to raise the legal smoking age up to 21 in several cities, which you already can't hardly smoke anywhere.
Yeah. Well, to be fair to them, it's the purchasing of those products.
Okay, so you can
So if you were to go to the next town over, or
you,
just go out of the city limits,
you could purchase them,
you could purchase the smokes,
right,
and then go back
and smoke
and
them.
smoke with impunity.
Sure.
But you couldn't buy them. It reminds me in a lot of ways of a county in this state, the last dry county,
Ah,
where if you if you look at some of where the bars are in relation to that county, there's a lot of bars right on the border,
right on the outskirts.
right on the other side.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling Mankato's is going to have a similar problem.
I imagine so. But you know, it amazes me that you have this big movement to. I mean, because the movement is to push the legal smoking age to 21. I mean, Mankato's not the only city that's
No,
looking to do
no,
that.
I want to say every year at the fair I see a booth about it.
Which is amazing to me. So tell me how. I mean, we just had Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders and a lot of them push talking about the possibility of moving the legal voting age to 16 years old. So we're going to allow 16-year-olds in their mind to help us pick the next president.
They can't even get a full license to drive.
Oh, I
It's
mean,
provisional.
in some states.
In some states, is it a little more lax than others?
Well, Minnesota's pretty. Never mind. We'll leave that alone. But yeah. And where I come from in Texas, I mean, yeah, you can get a full license at 16. But how is it that we're willing to accept this idea that a 16-year-old and vote for the president of the United States and pick our representatives, but that 18-year-olds aren't trustworthy enough to vote
Or get married.
or get married.
Well, like at 16, a lot of
Oh,
places you can't
yeah,
get married yet, or you have to have your parents' approval.
yeah,
You're considered a minor for everything.
yeah.
You can't sign contracts.
Can't join the military.
Can't join the military.
Yeah,
I mean, think you can join the ROTC maybe,
yeah.
but
JROT.
JRTs.
Yeah.
But yeah, in other words, you're getting a lot of power with none of the responsibility.
Well, and that's the thing that bothers me. I mean, I got in a lot of trouble in college because I wrote a paper suggesting that um, unless if you were on government assistance, that you should not be allowed to vote. And as you can imagine, at a liberal college, that went over like a fart in church. Like it didn't go over too well.
Well, in socialism, everyone's dependent on the state, so no one would be able to vote.
Well, but it ticked a lot of people off because they thought that I was being, unfair and racist, obviously,
You racist?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I bet I get called a racist more than you do.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So
I don't talk to a lot of people.
they racist and self-loathing, they call me. So, but yeah, so my argument was if you are receiving benefits at the hand of government, that you have a vested interest, that you are essentially not voting for necessarily the best thing for the country, but you are voting for what's best for your pocketbook. I mean, it was said by a great man, a wise man. I think he was a great man, wise man, that a democracy can stand until the people realize they had power to vote themselves money out of the treasury, right?
Heard it before. I don't know who said it.
But I mean, once people realize they can vote money out of the treasury at that point, then how much longer can it stand?
Well, a lot of countries don't last too long. We're getting on the tail end of that.
Well, I mean, absolutely. The problem is I feel like both the Republicans and the Democrats have created this problem where the Democrats have kind of just opened up, and I shouldn't say progressivism, I should say more like it, which, obviously the Democrats, are more on that side. They've opened up the floodgates and, give this, give this, give this, give this. You get, education, you get, food, you get, it's kind of a race to see who can give away the most free stuff. And of course, the Republicans have come along and said, oh, well, we're not going to do that, but we'll give this, we'll give that. Well, I mean, either you're going to be the party that gives away the most stuff, or you're going to be the party that's like, well, we'll give away a little less. Well, you can't win being the party of less candy, right?
Would be really hard.
You got the Democrats essentially saying, well, we're going to nationalize Hershey's.
I know what my kids do when they're offered candy.
Right.
They just want more.
We're going to nationalize Hershey's. We're going to nationalize Mars, and we're going to force these people to work all day, every day to produce as many M&Ms and as many chocolate bars, and that's going to be free to all Americans. Well, hooray. But then you get the boneheaded Republicans coming out and saying, well, wait a minute. We have to be responsible here. We have to be responsible. So we'll only give away free candy on every fourth Thursday. Well, if you're giving away free candy, you're not going to get away with being the party of less free candy. If you're giving away free stuff, you're going to have to give away the most free stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to, otherwise, you have to be the party that comes out and educates people and says, look, the reason why we cannot nationalize companies and give away free stuff is because in doing that, we disincentivize people to work. We disincentivize people to establish their own businesses. We disincentivize people to provide for themselves, right? I mean, that education process is what we're missing right now, is that people feel like, well, I'm going to go with the people that are going to give me the most free stuff and going to take care of my needs. And that comes across as being what's the word I'm looking for? More
Racist.
well, it comes across as being more compassionate, right? By being the one that's giving those things away. But how much compassion does it take to give away free stuff that you didn't have to pay for? I mean, you're giving away other people's stuff, right? The government doesn't have any money.
No, they take it from us.
You take it from us, and the government's a modern day Robin Hood, ain't it really?
It's being real generous.
How would you put it?
Highway robbery.
Well, okay. Well, that's not putting it quite as
civil forfeiture. Modern day.
Well, I guess at least Robin Hood only stole from the rich and gave to the poor. Like, yeah, you're stealing from the poor and giving it to the
other poor.
Yeah.
Stealing from the rich to give to the poor, while stealing from the poor to give to the rich.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the guy in the middle is the one that suffers, right?
Yeah. It's make the most money being in the middle. Kind of weird how that works.
I don't know. I think we'd have to argue that one.
I don't know. Google makes a lot of money being a middleman.
Well, I suppose, but being the middle class is not going to necessarily equate to the most
Oh, no,
money.
not that kind of middle. I'm talking like the middle of a transaction.
Middle of the Oh, like, sure.
Like
yeah,
banks, they're in the middle of a lot of transactions.
There you go.
So, banks, government.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically anyone who helps facilitate transactions in some way. They're in the middle and they're making the money.
Like PayPal.
Yeah, like a PayPal.
There you go.
Or a MasterCard.
I like it.
Visa. What is Diners Club still a thing?
I've never seen a Diners Club card.
Did see a sign the other day somewhere here in town.
Yeah, I've seen the signs, but I
can't say I've ever seen a card.
I've never seen a Diners Club card. So, I'll have to check out into that.
Yeah.
I have to apply for one. We'll see. I'll apply for a Diners Club card, see if and I can bring it on the show and show you guys my shiny Diners Club card.
Need to censor the number on it.
Yeah, I don't want anybody, counterfeiting my Diners Club card. So, but yeah, guys, as once again, we talk about the voting age being lowered to 16, the smoking age being raised to 21. What do you guys think about this? I mean, I want to hear from you guys. I love to hear from you guys. I love to hear your thoughts. I love to hear your opinions on these issues. Do you think that we should raise the smoking age to 21? Do you think we should lower the voting age to 16? How comfortable do you feel that the votes of 16-year-olds are going to be are going to be accurate and going to be helpful?
Well, I don't know. Some of the younger kids I've seen on the internets lately, they are very conservative or libertarian minded. It could be a double-edged sword.
I think it could be. But I feel that now is not the time. I do believe that this next generation will be one of the most conservative generations of all time. I've told you that. But I just don't believe that lowering the voting age to 16 this time is a wise decision.
What if we lowered it to landowning?
Landowning 16-year-olds?
Landowning individuals.
Only the landowning individuals?
Only the landowner. You have a piece of land in your name, not through a corporation or trust or something like that.
I don't know. That'd be problematic for people in New York who rent apartments, right?
No, it doesn't have to be. Like you just have to own some land somewhere.
Well, I mean, but if you live in New York and you don't own property,
there's a lot of land in outstate New York. I mean, just think of the possibilities. You don't just you have 100 by 100 foot, or maybe
Piece
not
of
even
dirt.
that, 10 by 10 piece of dirt somewhere.
Yeah. I
That's it. That's
so
all you need.
that's all you need to have a vote.
Yeah.
I don't think that our government would ever allow for that.
Well, once you give things away, it's hard to take them
It
back.
really is. It
I
really
mean,
is. It's hard to put that toothpaste back in the tube.
yeah. I mean, just well, except for one thing, prohibition, which also started here in Minnesota.
Did it?
Yeah, Volstead.
Really?
Yeah,
Ah,
down in Granite Falls.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah. We
You are
were the spearhead of the prohibition
you are
in
a
the United
bounty
States.
of
Oh, it's
information.
just really weird information. Don't like the other week when you were asking me if I was an evangelican, and I was like, that word means nothing to me. But I could tell you Volstead lived in Granite Falls and spearheaded the prohibition.
Fair
That
enough.
that eventually went away.
It did go
But
away.
a lot of people died
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
gangsters and governments.
a
The
lot of people
government
got
poisoning
wealthy.
alcohol.
I mean, look at the
Just
Kennedys. Did I say that out loud?
yeah, you did.
Ouch. Well, if you come back to Out of the Darkness and it's not here, you'll know why. So, but
Oh
hey,
no, the Kennedys. I don't think you need to worry about them anymore.
don't
It's
have to worry
someone
about them
else.
anymore.
It's someone else.
Okay. Well, all right. I'll.
It's another K name.
It's a. We'll leave it alone. Yeah. We won't talk about the Clinton. No, we won't talk about any of those people on the show. So, all right, but guys, hey, be sure to subscribe to us. Out of the Darkness, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Our Patreon is patreon.com/out of the darkness. newproject2.com/out of the darkness. Be sure to subscribe and join us on our Discord. We've got some great conversation going there all the time. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you. I want to hear, what do you want to hear us talk about? What do you want to hear us discuss? And we are working on the Sandy Bates 42 cards. Those will be getting done here in the next couple weeks, and we will be getting those sent out to our subscribers. So we're definitely looking forward to getting those in your hands. They look great. The design is done. Very happy with those. So guys, just keep in touch with us. Make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at QDerugi. All those things will be in the link below. But thank you very much for taking time to visit with us. Make sure you tell a friend about us. And remember to always stand up for what you believe in. We'll talk to you soon.